Welcome to English Vocabulary. Let's get started with the list.
Tart.
For instance, the tarts were touting for trade. Next example. She was a tart I had picked up on a street corner.
Woman of the streets.
For example, you're mistaken, my good woman.
Lady of the night.
For example, the team was advised to speak kindly and gently to the ladies of the night before sending them packing, and only to use stricter measures if they refused to cooperate. Another example. It was a play about, let's say, a lady of the night, and my parents thought it was too risque for me to see it. Another example. Their current film, a period horror mystery titled From Hell, focuses on Jack the Ripper, the mysterious, famous serial killer who preyed on ladies of the night.
Hustler.
Example. There I was on the street, I looked around and I had been observing the hustlers only for a few moments when I assumed the stance. Another example. I didn't get any of that working with the pimps, or the hustlers. Another example. When he was a teenager, he lived on the street as a hustler and prostitute.
Working girl.
For example, oh, one of the working girls from last night moved to get out of the steaming wooden tub, but Midori waved her back to her seat. Next example. A few working girls also lingered, but Midori let them be for now. Next example. Small groups of working girls are gathered along the street, paced evenly, plying their trade in the gloom of the night.
Fille, joie.
Example. She mostly recalls the occasions when she has been caught in the wrong place at the wrong time, with barely a hint of the inevitably drab experiences of a fille de joie. Let's check another sentence. These photographs are believed to be some of the women who worked in the brothels, photos that were probably taken to give as souvenirs to favorite clients as a way to remember their favorite fille de joie.
Grande, horizontal.
Example. Heads full of curls, on grandes dames or grandes horizontales require daily professional upkeep in their homes, not in salons. Let's check another sentence. There was a time when baths of asses' milk and potions of dissolved pearls were only for the grandest of the grandes horizontales. Next example. Finding no alternative but an uneasy life as a celebrated grande horizontal, she vows never to conceal from her young daughter Alice the true facts of life, lest she make similar mistakes out of ignorant rebellion.
Parnel.
A loose woman. Also a priest's mistress, obsolete. Also in extended use, a weak or effeminate man. In later use, archaic or regional.
Nightwalker.
Example. These 18th century statutes authorize the arrest of vagrants, vagabonds, and night walkers, among others. Next example. A woman who was on a dark street without an escort was almost certain to be a prostitute, also known as a night walker. Next example. The work of the police for the suppression of open immorality in the streets took the form of prosecution of common night walkers.
Singsong girl.
Example. During his stay in Lhasa, he kept a daily record of the weather, his changes of clothes, what precious stones he bought in the street and their prices, invitations to sing-song girls and their names, and so forth. Let's check another sentence. There were lots of sing-song girls and Japanese soldiers. Next example. Even Dufu associated with sing-song girls once in a while.
What do you think of this list? Please share your opinion in the comment section below. If you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. By the way, the photos on this video are street photography of London, and don't directly represent the topics. You can find the photographer's Instagram in the description below. If you have any suggestion for the video graphics, please let us know in the comments.